So 50 Cent clapped back immediately at Rick Ross, and only in a way he could. Ugh.
Oh boy, here we go, you guys. Ah man, Rick Ross put out his album called Set in Stone last weekend, and just like the title, looks like a lot of fans left the album set in stone. Fans were not rushing to pick up this album and listen to it. Now, despite this album having 19 records on it, and also features from T.I., French Montana, Max B, YFN Lucci, Big X The Plug, and also Young Miami, the album flopped. It went wood. It went triple copper. Listen man, I fuck with Rose, but there's no way to sugarcoat it. The album received 1.83 million streams on Spotify, which equals to the equivalent of 1,200 albums sold. So
that's not good. Now, I reacted to Mahogany Caskets where he disses 50 Cent in the music video and everybody said he was super violating and all that. Go check that out. But nah, you can't diss me and your album flop. Don't diss. If you diss me on, and y'all know I like Ross. Ross fire. Great rapper. Great musician. But you're not dissing me on an album and the album flop. Yeah, because I'm finna swoop down from the rafters like Sting, nigga. I'm finna, what? What your album do, nigga?
everybody
Oh, only imagining what 50 Cent said. Oh, Lord, not the album sales.
whipped out their calculators to see exactly how much Ricky Rose is going to sell first week. Usually, most of the streams from your album comes from the first day. So if Rose only got about 1.83 million streams for the first day,
and that's not it sounds like a lot of streams for an entire album with 19 tracks. That's not good. That's not a good amount of streams.
it looks like Ricky Rose's album
For someone who's at Rick Ross's visibility and fame,
is only going to sell about 2,000 copies first week. Now, everybody knew this album was not. Rose's album is only going to sell about 2,000 copies first week. Now,
I've always been the one that says album sales is not the most important metric. It's not even a great metric when talking about quality. But I do say it reveals about how popular something might be or how well something was promoted. That's more of what it is. But, they game numbers too, so you can't always tell. But when they're low like that, they didn't game them, obviously. And 2,000 copies is incredibly, almost impossibly low for Rick Ross. Like, golly, really? I also think they did a terrible job promoting this album.
Copies first week. Now, everybody knew this album was not going to do well numbers-wise. The fans knew it. Rick Ross's label also knew it as well. And as a matter of fact, Rick Ross himself knew this album was not going to sell well. That's why a week before the album dropped, Rick Ross put out this video basically telling fans, hey, y'all could get your jokes off. I've already gotten paid for this album. I know it's gonna flop. My label knows it's gonna flop. However, I still got my money for it. So get your little jokes off if it makes you feel better.
When it comes to all right, before we listen to this video, damn, Ross. Hey, hit that like button, bro. It's a hot summer. They're going back and forth. People, hey, they outside, huh? Rick Ross dissing 50 Cent. We are, hey, here T.I. rapping. Go check out my Mahogany Caskets reaction after this. There's a part 2 of it. Make sure you hit that like button. It's more important than ever. Thank you to everybody. I got to take out the moment to thank everybody who's been doing that. That really means the world, and that's really been helping these videos. Get the video 6,000 thumbs up. That's always like a good sweet spot. And make sure, because they changed that YouTube algorithm, and now likes are like likes damn near more important than views at this point. So make sure you're crushing that like button every time you're seeing a video of mine that you're rocking with. Hit that like button, drop a comment, and subscribe. And even if you're subscribed, make sure you check if that notification bell is clicked, because that's what'll get you to get every one of my videos sent to you straight to my phone. And sometimes even when you hit that bell, it won't do it. So hit the bell and keep hitting like. Eventually, you do it on like 5 videos, the algorithm gonna go, oh, okay, we should send you the videos to the person you subscribe to now. YouTube. Anyway.
Jokes off if it makes you feel better.
When it come to making moves, I'm telling you all this because I'm getting ready. I'm doing some, album shit, right? But for the ones that want to know, this album number 12, Rose, how are you always so confident when it come to your business? Because it go the way I wanted to go. My album come out, I'm already paid before the album come out. It's Rose. I don't know that when them niggas sit on them podcasts doing all them little deals, I don't know what little niggas y'all talking to. The industry has changed, and guess what? As a boss, you put the number up there. This is what we gonna do, just to do business with me. I've sold records, nigga, for the last 20 years.
years.
You know what I do, not just for myself, but the entire brand. Rose paid. I pray y'all niggas get paid before the album come out. Because when you put the album together, that's the work. Now you run them.
Now, despite the late
Ooh, that boy knew that album was about to flop. Wow, bro, the insurance, bro, somebody got to put a compilation of some of the most awful copium rappers have done for the album sales. I think the greatest copium of an album flopping, and I don't think enough of us talked about this, was Corday. YBN Corday, or just Corday. Bro, when that boy's last album flopped and he went on a press run about what is flopping, I died laughing. I said, I don't know, but it's definitely what you did. Whenever niggas get to talking about, yeah, the industry rules is different, they know they about to flop. But like I said, my thing is not about the numbers. Mine is about the quality of music. And I've heard 2 songs off this album, and Ross was rapping his ass off. T.I. was rapping his ass off. I do think this is one of the worst promoted bodies of work I've seen in a long time. I'm going to keep it gangster. I didn't even realize the name of the album was set in stone until right this moment, and I've literally listened to 2 songs and reacted to one. This rollout was so terrible. It was almost like they wanted this to flop. This literally felt like an album that he was forced to drop, because I was just, and the weird part is Rick Ross has been way more visible. So we can't even be like, what happened to Rick Ross? This entire rollout of this album, Rick Ross was going viral, back to back to back. He went to that PBR podcast, that weirdo nigga. He went to that, he's so many viral clips of he had a verses in between this with French Montana. I'm just like, damn, nigga. And I feel like he never said his album.
promotion from Rick Ross's label. After seeing the album go #1 on the iTunes chart, Ricky Rose and his team sent out this promo picture to the blogs. Rick Ross also appeared on the Joe Budden podcast, amongst other platforms.
On this project, on the new album.
The perspective Rose giving you. You got to realize I came in 20 years ago, every day I'm hustling from the mud to the marble. So now the perspective from the penthouse down to the streets, and we're going to give you that perspective.
But some people would say you came in the game talking that shit.
I did. It was always about getting to the money. You know, I don't know if the shit went over niggas' heads. We talking about every day we hustling. Every day we going to get it. The White House. These are records on the first album. We speaking real estate. Buy back the block. That's what it always was. It may be just because it came to fruition in front of niggas' eyes. Some of it is unbelievable, but it's here.
So when you say a different...
Boy, Ross is Ross, but he uses a criminal amount of Beijing. Like, he uses a felony amount of Beijing. That is a felony charge. That's not a misdemeanor. That is a felony amount of Beijing that nigga be using. Rick Ross look like he's wearing a ski. It doesn't even look like a beard. It looks like he's wearing a ski mask and just cut this part out of it. Say you can't unsee that now. Say it don't look like he wearing half a ski mask.
perspective on this album. Is there a difference in how it's executed today versus how you came in?
No, just the difference in the mindset. Nigga got a $500 million mindset now. This ain't the nigga trying to get his first 10. Because when you get 1, you know you can make it to 10. You get 10, you can make it to 100. Don't let nobody fool you. You get 100, you could get a B.
However, despite all the efforts, it's still not
Here comes Curtis.
That's going to sell well. And you guys know how this all goes in hip-hop. If your enemy flops, best believe you're going to get clowned for it. 50 Cent went on Instagram to react to Rick Ross's album only selling about 2K copies. He said, I just saw your record sales. LOL, 2,000. What the fuck? Now, despite all the number talks, if you guys actually go listen to...
Here's the comedy. Nigga. That's potent. Like, I know, like... All he has to say, here's the thing, like, most times I'll be like, bruh, get off the memes, bruh. Like, what is you doing? Get in the booth, this, that, and the third. But they've been beefing for so long and have had songs to each other already that I've already got what I wanted, battle-wise. Now they're going to just do this. And I'm not going to lie to you. The joke isn't just like, oh, your album flopped. 2,000 is what makes this ether. 2,000. That is ridiculous low. That is like, that's almost like impossibly low. Like, that's like... That is dissable. That is literally, just saying that number in itself is an ether diss for somebody like Rick Ross, because he talks about opulence, he talks about the numbers, he talks about sales, he talks about we don't buy bots, he talks about this stuff. So, yeah, this is, I have to be fair, this is a smoker. This is a smoker of a post, because 2,000
The album is actually pretty solid. And no, this is not promo. I was in the gym last weekend getting my swole on, and my two favorite current records that I kept on going back to was this Maybach Music Set.
Hey, nigga, I ain't gonna lie, Chigs. This sound like promo. I didn't even think it was promo till you said, this isn't promo, but when I was at my local gym running, two of my favorite songs came on. Nigga, what? Hey, nigga, they should have paid you. Is that? Hold on, let me see if there's anything else.
Be in the conversations for top 5 albums of the year. For anybody, Ricky Rose and the Excuses. Numbers wise, the album absolutely flopped. That's not debatable. There's a reason why right now other acts are not putting out music like that. Even DJ Khaled had to come clean today and let everybody know that he.
Okay, so that's a whole nother story that I was just talking about, the Rick Ross and 50 Cent side of it. Yeah, 50 got his lick back, so, I mean, because all he said was F 50 Cent many men. I thought people were over-exaggerating how hard he violated him. He just said F 50 Cent to do many men and then showed a body covered in a white sheet that's supposed to be 50. So if I'm 50, you do all that, you do the music video, all that, and you sold 2,000 on the album, you diss me? Oh, nigga. I might print up shirts that say 2,000. Only 2,000 with a question. Ross, ball is in your court now. Damn, man.